Welcome, Congregation Micah. My name is Cindy. I'm going to lead you guys through about a 45-minute yoga class, all levels, a little bit of warming up at the beginning, and then we'll flow some, and then we'll cool it down. And please just listen to your body. I can't see you, so it's hard for me to make the connection with your bodies to correct you where I see the need. So please just listen to your body. If you need to take a break at any point, come down to child's pose or lie down onto your back, and then you can rejoin us at any point. We're actually all going to start on our backs today, so if you're not there, go ahead and come down. Wiggle yourself around until you feel nice and relaxed and just in a position to let all the body weight relax into the floor. And close the eyes. And just take a couple of normal breaths here, not focusing too much, not trying to control it. And we'll sync the breath together as a group. So exhale all the breath out. And then together, nice and slow, take a big inhale and fill up the belly, the chest and ribs, all the way up towards the throat. Hold it. And now reverse the flow as you exhale, lowering from the throat, the chest, the ribs, and then navel to spine. We'll do that again and fill up so you can make a little bit of noise as you exhale. So fill the belly, ribs, chest, throat, hold. Now open mouth, sigh out. Navel pulls to spine. One more, inhale. Hold. Open mouth, sigh out. And then just seal the mouth. And start to breathe in through the nose. You can bring a slight constriction to the throat. Same on the exhale, through the nose and through the throat. Extend your arms out to the side. Maintain the breath. Inhale, knees towards the chest. And then just a couple of times, we're going to lower knees to the right and the left. Nice and slow. And as you start to move towards the floor, find a little hover from your core. And then use that same strength to gently pull the knees back to center. If you're feeling it in the low back, then don't go so low. Come back through center. To the right again. Hovering. Keeping the left shoulder rooted. Come back through center. To the left, keeping right shoulder down. And one more time, right and then left. Coming back through center, keeping the legs at that 90-degree angle. Separate the knees a little bit, hands on knees, and then make independent circles, move out and then in. Warming up the hips. Now switch directions, start center and move out. Last round. Come back to the center, place the hands on the shins. Go ahead and rock and roll a few times, massaging up and down the spine. On that third or fourth one, landing in a seated position, legs crossed. However you like to sit, but sit nice and tall. So the spine is supported. Maybe move the hips behind you, pull the sits bones behind. And then sit nice and tall. And let's just move the spine, little cat-cows in circles. So opening through the chest on the inhale, rounding on the exhale. And then switching directions when you're ready. center. Take the right hand fingertips, tent the fingertips to the right, push down through your left sits bones and reach the left arm up and over. You can start to bend that right elbow in, push the floor away, push into the sits bones, and reach through the left fingers. Maybe roll chest towards the ceiling just slightly, turning the gaze, looking up, or releasing the right ear towards right neck. Inhale, slowly pull your body back to center, tent the left fingertips, push the floor away, root into the right sits bone, right arm goes up and over, and again, maybe bending that left elbow in towards the side body and bringing the palm flat, but keep the right sits bones down, reach through the right fingers, and then slight roll of the chest towards the ceiling, either looking up or turning the head, maybe releasing ear towards the shoulder. Again, use your own strength to pull your body back to the center. And then bring your hands forward, plant the hands, uncross the legs, shift back into a tabletop. So elbows, wrist, shoulders stacked, knees and hips. And then a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Active through the arms and fingers, push the floor away, draw the belly in, and slowly start to drop the hips and pull the chest forward. Keep the core engaged though. And then exhale, push the mat away, tuck, curl, and round, ending with chin to chest. 2 more, inhale. And then exhale, press, curl, and round. Fingers active. 1 more. Push and hold. Come back through neutral tabletop. Extend your left leg back, tap your big toe, roll your hip down, pull the belly in, push the mat away, and then extend the right arm. And then slowly pick up that left foot to parallel. Take an inhale, get nice and long through the fingers and the toes, just 3 times. Exhale, slowly pull everything into center, tuck, curl, and round. Expand out nice and slow, find the length through the fingers, the toes, and then exhale, pull it in again. Expand it out. 1 more time, pull it in nice and slow. Now expand it out. Take the right hand down. Take your right shin off the mat at 45, and then open up into a half moon with the knee down. Extend the arm up, flex your left foot, and then work on stacking the joints. So hug the glutes under, and then start to roll that right rib cage towards the ceiling. Kick through the left heel, and then very gently release. Bring the left hand down, left knee down. Bring your right foot back to place. Reset your tabletop, and we'll do the other side. So extending right leg back this time, tap the big toe, and then push through the hands, reach the left arm forward, and then slowly start to pick up the right leg, everything to parallel. Pull the belly in, get nice and long on the inhale. On the exhale, pull it into center, tuck, curl, and round, and expand out nice and slow, using control. Exhale, pull it in. Less can be more. Just 1 more. Expand it out. Pull it in. Then expand out and then prepare that modified half moon, left hand down, left shin off the mat 45, right leg stays lifted, flex your foot, sweep the right arm up, and work on stacking. So if your butt is kind of pushing to the back, hug it in, and then push out of that left arm and take the left rib cage up towards the ceiling, pull belly to spine, push through the right heel, and then just very gently, right hand down, right knee down, left foot back to place, tabletop. Walk your hands forward for puppy pose, keeping your hips over your knees. You can spread the hands wide if the shoulders are tight. Just bringing your third eye gently down to the mat. If that is easy, then just start to move the gaze forward, draw the belly in, and start to lay the chest onto the mat. Taking 5 rounds of breath. Softening through the shoulders and the chest, melting into the mat. Let your exhale be your release. 1 more breath. Sliding forward, coming into Sphinx pose, stacking elbows under shoulders. Extend the legs back about hips with distance. Press into the feet so the knees can hover off the mat. Legs are active. And then start to just drag the elbows back energetically. Pull your belly away from the floor and then pull your heart forward. Chest energetically lifting upwards, shoulders down, and just keeping the head neutral, but lift energetically through the crown of the head. And then very gently lower all the way down. Take your right arm straight out to the right. If you want a little more, bend it at 90, but either way, your elbow in line with your shoulder. Press your palm flat. Use your left fingertips. Place your head on the mat and gently roll to the right, opening through the chest and shoulder. The left foot can come behind. You can take the left hand around the back if that helps, or keep left fingertips gently pressing into the mat. Softening on the exhale. Slowly roll it back to center. And just set up for the other side. Take the left arm straight out, mirroring what you did on the other side. So if you bent it at 90, take the bend, palm flat, tent the right fingertips, lay the head on the mat, and gently roll it over. So just opening into the chest and the shoulders. Again, softening with the exhale. To center. From here, bring your hands under your shoulders, slowly press it back into child's pose. Open your knees, toes touching, bring your third eye down to the mat, and take 3 rounds of breath. So softening through the hips here. Again, there's a deliberate letting go, a conscious letting go with each exhale. Maybe your shoulders relax, so just let the elbows come down onto the mat. And then inhale, looking forward, plant the hands and shift forward. Find your first downward facing dog. Pick your hips up, soften the knees. Go ahead and walk the dog for a few breaths, just moving the legs right and left. I always like a nice little bend of the knees, especially if you have tight hamstrings, so your spine can get nice and long. Pull navel to spine, reach the hips high, and press the mat away. Look at your thumb and index finger and make sure more pressure is there than on the outer edge of the hand or at the base of the palm. And then push ears to shoulders, relax the head back down. Look at your feet or shins. Take another deep breath here. And then exhale, let it go. Inhale, shift forward into plank, elbows or shoulders stacked. So we'll walk through first vinyasa with modifications, which are always available whenever we take a vinyasa, so just remembering if this feels good. Shift forward about 1/2 inch, lower just the knees, but lift the belly up. Bend the elbows straight back, and without dropping the head, just look forward slightly, bend the arms to about 90 degrees. Now lower all the way down to the mat. Uncurl the toes and roll the shoulders back, lifting through the heart, just keeping the arms slightly bent, or even a big bend. That's okay. Try not to straighten the arms. Exhale, lower down, lift the belly up, and then curl the toes, push back through with a nice straight spine, and then pick the hips up, downward facing dog. So just know whenever we take a vinyasa, those are available for you. Take those modifications. Good way to build strength, good form. All right, look forward and walk your feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Go ahead and just relax down. Grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. You can switch sides. Release your hands down. Bend your knees a little bit more. Pick up the toes, spread them, and then set them back down. No clenching in the feet though, just pressing into the big toe mound, the pinky toe mound, and your heel. Find those 3 points. Even distribution of weight. And now squeeze inner thighs, squeeze glutes, push the mat away, pull the belly in, and roll it up slowly, safely, 1 vertebra at a time. Reach the arms all the way up, hands to heart center on the exhale, and be still. So take a moment here, slow down the breath, close the eyes. We'll just do a couple rounds of sun salutations to warm the body. Inhale, reach it up, soften through the knees, pull the belly in, exhale, come down, forward fold.
Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, lift the heart. Try to keep the legs bent slightly, shoulders down the back, squeeze the butt. And then exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank. We've been here before. Now you decide knees, if you want to keep the knees lifted, shift forward an inch, pull the elbows back, lower down. If you're ready for a deeper back bend, roll over the toes, keep the thighs lifted, knees lifted. Now the arms can straighten, and then slowly press back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Remember the hands, press into the thumb index finger, exhale, let it go. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, long spine, soft knees. Exhale, fold in. Press down, push the mat away, and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up again, following the hands with the gaze slightly. Exhale, pull the belly in, forward fold. Again, halfway lift, hands to shins or the floor, look forward and step back. This time move right into your vinyasa, knees or no knees. Bend the arms, find your back bend on the inhale, and very slowly from your lower belly, pull it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Softening the knees. Inhale, look forward, lift to the tiptoes, walk forward, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, root down, push the mat away, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that one more time to get to down dog. Inhale, following the hands with the gaze, look up. Soften the knees, exhale, pull your body down with your core. Halfway lift, hands to shins or floor, and step it back, bend the arms, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hold down dog now. Press into the thumb index finger, soften the knees, push the ears to the shoulders. So hug the biceps in close to the ears. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, take the knee towards the nose, shift forward. Find contact if you can. Inhale, three-legged dog. Two more like that. Exhale, knee into the nose, curl around, shift forward. Inhale, send it high. This time, prepare to step through. Look forward, flex your foot, heel, ball, toe, the landing. Lower your left knee down. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms, just lift the chest, squeeze the elbows and shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands down, fold over that front leg. Inhale, the chest lifts. Exhale, drag the heel back as you fold. One more time, inhale, walk the hands forward, tent the fingertips, lift the chest, pull the heel back, exhale to fold. Inhale, shift forward, bend the knee, plant the hands. Step it back, lower down chaturanga, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. You can always skip the vinyasas. 3 times left side, inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward, keep the arms straight, curl around, knee to nose. Inhale, send it high or knee to forehead. Curl in, shift forward. Third one, prepare to step, pull the knee in, flex the foot, step, heel, ball, toe, lower that knee down. Inhale, reach up, maybe bring the hips back a little bit. Exhale, sit a little lower, squeeze elbows, shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, half split, fold, tent the fingertips, flex the foot. Inhale to lift and lengthen, drag that left heel back. Exhale, fold, and one more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right hip forward, left hip back, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, shift forward, plant the hands. Pick up the back knee, exhale, step back, lower down chaturanga. And again, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, take the knee towards the nose just 2 times. Inhale, send it high. Prepare to step, exhale, bring it forward, heel, ball, toe, all the way through. Same thing, rising up on the inhale. This time, if you can, lift the back leg. And keep the legs, just exhale, open the chest, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Come to the heel of the front foot, flex the toes up, fold on the exhale. Inhale, lift, lengthen, right hip back, fold on the exhale. Inhale, walk the hands forward, lift up again. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale, bend the knee, plant the hands. This time, open up the hips. Turn your left toes to the center. I'm sorry, keep the left toes. Just open the right hip up. Right knee stacks. Now push out of left shoulder. Just get that opening for the hip. Extend the leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Shift forward if you want to take a vinyasa. We'll meet back, downward facing dog. Prepare for the left side. Lift your left leg high 2 times, knee to nose. Exhale, curl in. Shift, push the mat away. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, curl it in. Prepare to step. Flex the foot, heel, ball, toe. Set the legs. Use your core. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Pull the belly in. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands down. Come to the heel of the front foot. Soften that knee. Lift the left hip up. Exhale to fold. 2 more. Inhale. Keep scissoring the thighs. Walk the hands more forward. Drag the left heel back. Last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, shift forward. Plant the hands, keeping the right toes forward, just opening the hips. Working to stack left knee over right hip without opening the shoulders. So drop left shoulder down, push out of right shoulder, and breathe. Extend the left leg straight, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, shift forward. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale, lift the right leg high. 1 time, knee to the nose. Curl and round. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, prepare to step for crescent. Heel, ball, toe. Set that front leg in 90. Back heel stacked over toes. Rise all the way up. This time, sit low until you get to that 90 degrees and then sweep the arms. Interlace your hands. Cross your thumbs. Lift your chest. As you pull the arms back, we'll pull the ribs in. And then start to send the weight forward into the front leg. Try to lean forward and float the back leg for warrior 3. Let the arms lift higher. That's going to help you lift up away from the floor. Lean forward a little bit and try to work everything to parallel. Gently step back. As you do so, release the bind, reach forward. Set the foot down, rise up. Lower the left knee down. Uncurl the toes and bring both legs back so each leg is at 90 degrees. Hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. And then start to lay the arm down, really slow with your core. And then once the arm hooks, press off the leg, lift your rib cage away from the thigh, and then roll the right shoulder back. Pull that right hip in line with right heel. Lift off the thigh, use more core than anything. Hard forward, try to lean back just a little bit. Hug that right hip behind the right heel. Good, reach up on the inhale, using core, unwinding. Exhale, hands down inside that foot. Walk your left foot back. Lizard. You can take any variation. You can stay on fingertips. You can come down to a block, or you can come down to your forearms. Your right foot can face forward, hug your right knee in, or turn the toes out at about a 45-degree angle and maybe add a little bit of a twist, roll to the outer edge. Hand to the inner thigh, not the knee, and then start to open the chest. If you want to add one more, you just bend the back leg, grab the foot. This is to work out that left hip flexor. I know you guys have a run coming up, so this is a good way to release the hip flexor. Hold here for about 5 more breaths. And release the foot behind you. Come back onto your hands. If you can, pick up the back knee. Start to come down to the forearms. If you need to step back first into plank and then lower to forearms, that's fine too. We will meet in forearm plank. Try to get everything parallel. Knees can come down here as well. That doesn't mean drop the hips though. Keep the belly lifting upwards. Muscle to bone connection, nice and strong, nice and stable. Your heels stacked over your toes, thigh muscle lifted without lifting the hips. Push through your forearms, shoulder blades press apart. Heart forward, gaze neutral, shoulders down the back. Stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower the hips. Sphinx, we were here earlier. Press and pull the heart forward, find some traction, and then lower all the way down. Extend the arms out to the side. You can keep the legs open here, about hips width distance. Using mostly your mid-back, reach through your fingers and your toes, and then inhale, lift everything up. Take off like a bird, like an airplane. Reach through the toes, reach through the fingers, lift the chest higher, reach the arms up higher, reach back, and slowly lower down. Arms down by your side, turn your gaze to the right, relax for a moment, close the eyes. Chin forward. Bring your hands under your shoulders, curl your toes, knees or no knees. Start to press into your plank and pull it back, downward facing dog. Preparing for the left side, just hold here for 3 breaths. Find a strong down dog. Press into the thumb, index finger, ears to shoulders. Hug the arms in, soften the knees, but pull the navel towards the spine. All right, lift your left leg one time, core plank to step through. Pull the knee towards the nose, and then flex and step all the way through. Come back to crescent. Rise up all the way. Find a good foundation. Left leg 90, back heel stacked. Sweep the arms around again, finding that shoulder opener. Opposite thumb on top if you can remember. And as you take the arms back and lift away from the hamstring, draw the ribs in. Just opening more through the chest and the collarbone, the shoulders. And then pull belly in, lean forward, and start to take off. Warrior 3. Use the bind to help you lift up. Leg up, chest up, everything to parallel, gaze neutral. Come back to that left glute. Press down and lift out of the joint so you can roll the right hip down. And then slowly, crescent, release the bind, reach forward to counteract the step back. Rise all the way up. And then gently lower that right knee down. Again, bring your legs both to 90 degrees. Hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen. From the lower belly, exhale, begin to twist first. Then start to set the arm down. Go as low as you can, but then use it as leverage to lift off. Pull your belly and reach your heart forward. Start to stack the elbows. Hands towards the sternum. Left hip behind left heel. And then lean back a little bit. Really get your inner thighs active. Lean back, pull belly in, and twist. And then from your core, unwinding slowly. Reach it up. Hands inside the front foot. Slide the right leg back. Again, working into lizard. And just try to mirror what you did the other side. So any variations that you added, maybe you came to form, you roll to the edge. Again, 5 breaths here. Added the bind for that hip flexor. Grab the foot, gently pull heel towards bum. Roll the shoulder open. And slowly release the right leg. And again, come either to hands or forearms. We're going to meet back in forearm plank, so picking up the leg and stepping it back. Hold the forearm plank for a moment, nice and strong. And if you don't have a mirror, just really feel it. Maybe look back through your side body and just make sure the hips are not lifted high here. You're not collapsing in the lower back. Pull your belly up, pull muscle to bone. Hold here, 8. 7, press through the forearms. Push the shoulder blades apart for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower the hips. Again, pull the heart forward, find a little sphinx. Nice traction for upper mid-back, little compression for the lower spine. All right, let's do one more for the spine work. Come down, bend your knees. Reach around and grab the feet from outside, right under your toe crease. Walk your knees in behind your shoulders. Spread the toes to create a little grip for your pinky and to activate the inner thighs. And then just start to kick the legs. Try not to lift the chin until the thighs begin to lift off the mat, and then peel the upper body. The grip is strong, but the shoulders are relaxed. You can either look down, look forward, or begin to look up. Hug your knees in, spread your toes. Try to get the knees closer. Kick, kick, and kick. Gently come down. Release the legs, arms down, turn to the left, and relax. And bring your chin forward. And again, option 2, press through your plank, downward facing dog. Breath in, we'll meet there, breath out. 2 more rounds of breath in your down dog, nice and strong. Push the mat away, ears to shoulders. We'll do one more flow with Warrior 2, and then a little cool down in there. Right leg lifts, preparing for Warrior 2. Exhale, knee into the nose, step through, heel, ball toe. Stay low, drop into that right knee, 90 degrees. Now spin your left foot down so you're lining up your heels. Left foot slightly angled towards the front of the mat. Slowly windmill the left arm forward and around to rise up, and then look to the side wall. Try to square the hips, the shoulders. Back leg strong. Sit a little lower. Try to find that 90-degree angle in the front leg. Pick up the toes, no clenching. And then reverse it, keeping the right leg at 90. Just reach the right arm up and over, away from the right knee. Press into that big toe mound. Stretch away from the thigh. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, forearm to thigh, press down, and then extend left arm up. Pull the shoulder blade down the back, turn your gaze towards your left wrist, hug your glutes under. If you can go further, hand to the shin, slide it down to the ankle, and the whole time pressing that knee back but hugging the butt under. Push down through your left heel, squeeze your left glute. And feel the inner thighs on fire. And then slowly come back into your Warrior 2. We're going to windmill the hands down, stand in your left hand, and then roll to the edge of your left foot. Begin to pick up the right foot. You can either place it in front of the right knee for side plank modified. Arm can go overhead. You can stack, or you can do any variation with a leg lift. Maybe today you take the shin and pull the foot to the inner thigh. Press into the thigh, resist back, push, and lift through your left side body. Left foot flat if your right leg is lifted. Roll the chest towards the ceiling a little bit. Squeeze the butt under. And then pick up the right foot and step it right behind you. Land on the ball of the foot. Just a little back bend here. Opening the heart, using that left hand, left foot and the ball of the right foot for stability. Lift through the back body. Come back through 3-legged dog. Take your right knee to your right wrist. Pigeon. Lift up and slide your left foot back. Tent the fingertips, lift the chest. So I want to work to square the hips here first. If this is too much for your knee, spread the toes a little bit. If you have a block or a bolster or a blanket, you can place it under your right hip for support. Or you can just bring the right heel in a little closer. Now lift up. Use your hands to support you. Keep your thighs lifted for a moment and just pull your body forward and then start to settle down, releasing in the hips. Especially in that outer glute, you should feel a nice stretch for the side. All right, take a few rounds of breath here, letting go. Remember, your exhale is where we start to let go more and more. So the exhale becomes even more important than the inhale. We tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. So for a while, work your pranayama so that your exhale is longer maybe than is even comfortable. More breaths. Begin to lift to fingertips, straightening the arms. Curl the back toes, pick up the knee, press up, pick up the right leg, 3-legged dog. Open the hips here. Stacking, square the shoulders. Reach the leg high. And then exhale, bring the knee into the chest again, step through heel ball toe. And this time let's move into a standing split. It might look more like a modified warrior 3, just lifting the back leg to parallel. If you can start to walk the hands closer towards the right leg, maybe right hand around the ankle to calf, pulling the body in and down as you extend through the left leg. Shift the weight towards the big toe of the right foot, left leg lift, squeeze the glute. Gently step your left foot back. Lower your left knee. Now we were here early in class, you can come back to half split, 3/4 split, use your hands, or full split. Work on squaring the hips, so you can keep back toes curled under and lifted through the knee if that helps to keep the engagement of the inner thighs, or just continue to use the upper body. You want to use the warmth in the body. If this is easy, you can fold over the leg or start to lift up and maybe even bend the back leg, pull heel to bum again for that hip flexor. So all different body types, all different levels of flexibility. A lot of that is anatomical. Work with what you have, make it feel good, especially at this point in class. Pay attention to the breath. The breath is going to tell you a lot about where you are and where you should be in the practice. Nice, steady, even flow of the breath. Can you lengthen your exhale? As you start to dive into the exhale, soften through the hips, the groin, the hamstring. Start to prepare your release. Come up onto fingertips and slide that right foot back in. Bend the knee. Plant the hands. Optional vinyasa. Take it or leave it. We'll meet back in down dog. And preparing for the other side. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Prepare for warrior 2. Exhale, knee into the nose. Heel, ball, toes, step. Stay low. Again, spin the right heel in line with left heel, right toes angled towards the front. Hug your butt under. Reach your right arm forward, windmill it all the way around so you land facing the side wall, chest up. Sit lower, squeeze through the back leg. Try to find that 90-degree angle, but pick up the toes, no clenching. Stay with your 90 degrees. It's a side stretch here. Left arm goes up away from the left thigh. Maybe you sit a little lower. Very little weight in that back hand. Instead, use the back leg more, push into the heel, reach up, reach over, inhale. Exhale for extended side angle, reach forward, plant the forearm, press away, create a little triangle between your left thigh, left armpit, right arm overhead. Hug your butt under, roll your chest towards the ceiling, drop right shoulder down, look towards the right wrist, and if you want a little more into the hip, slide the hand down to the ankle, the calf, and then hug the butt under. Spin the chest towards the ceiling, push into that right heel, squeeze the glute, use your back leg to keep you strong and the inner thighs lifted. Now sinking, collapsing into the joints. Slowly rise back into warrior 2, and then windmill the hands. Prepare, gonna move to side plank, roll to the edge of the right foot, and then mirror what you did. You have options, plant the foot, stack the feet, or find that tree variation. Sole of the foot presses to the inner thigh, but lift back up into the foot. Keep your body stacked, hug your butt under, reach up or forward, and spin the heart towards the ceiling. If your left leg is lifted in any variation, press your right foot flatter to the mat. And then just a little back bend here, step behind you, stand in the ball of the left foot, right foot flat, open the chest, use your right arm to really press the mat away. Come back through, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to the nose. Step through for standing split or modified warrior 3. Start to lift that right leg, lift the chest, and then lean forward. If you went further, start to fold in, maybe using the leverage of the bind to draw the upper body in and down. And slowly start to step it back. Land, preparing for half, 3/4, or full split. Hinge back. Go where you went. You'll find one side's different than the other. So again, just work with your body. Make it feel good. Being able to soften through the hips. Where you're feeling that tension and tightness, send your breath. Again, come back to the exhale. Adding whatever variations you did the other side.
rounds of breath. Each exhale, let go just a little bit more. And prepare your release, bending the knee. Plant the hands. Open the hips. Just let that feel good. Knee high. I think we forgot pigeon. We did. So let's bring the knee behind the wrist. We'll get it all in. Slide the right foot back. Walk the hands up. Scissor the thighs. Stay lifted here. Make sure the knee is protected. Otherwise, bring that foot in closer to the hip. Stack your hip on a block or a blanket. And then when you're ready, start to come down, relaxing a little bit more. So we'll cover everything. Sending that breath into the outer glute area, the hips, maybe in that inner groin on the left side, right hip flexor. Start to release. Lift up, curl the back toes. This time, open the hips again, just stacking that knee. We've done everything, and then lower the foot. Optional vinyasa here, shift forward, knees or no knees. Downward facing dog. And then drop down to the knees and the shins. We're going to end, before we come onto our backs to start to cool down, we're going to end with a back bend, camel pose. You're welcome to curl the toes to bring the heels closer to you, or keep the feet down, hands behind the back, thumbs out, fingers in. And then wrap the elbows in and try to lift the chest without jamming the hips forward. So keep hips in line with knees, inner thighs active. Squeeze an imaginary block. Press into the shins, lift the chest. If it's okay for the neck, release the eyes and the head. Stay there. Really try to lift the rib cage up. Rib cage up to the ceiling. And then if you see the back wall or you know the heels are close by, you can grab the heels. But again, try not to push the hips much further than beyond the knees. Instead, ribs up, shoulder blades squeeze together. Chin can be at chest or release the head. 2 more breaths, chest and ribs up. Pull low belly in. Lift the ribs and the chest up. Low belly in. Use your core, hands to hips, lift with your chest. Go ahead, sit right down on your heels, close your eyes. Palms in a position of receiving, just facing upwards. Before we come onto our backs, go ahead and bring the knees and feet together. Hands on thighs, push the thighs away, take the shoulders down the back, get the spine nice and long. Just a quick breathing exercise, couple body breathing, shoulders down. You're going to snap the belly. The snap will push the air out. The inhale will happen automatically. What we focus on is just pushing the air out on the exhale. We'll do about 50 rounds. Shoulders down, big breath in, big breath out. Relax the belly, inhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to normal breath. Slowly open the eyes, roll to one side or the other. Swing your legs out in front. Come all the way down onto your back. Plant the feet, knees bent. And then crisscross your right leg over your left leg for figure 4. Take your right hand through the hole, left hand outside left thigh, and grab either the hamstring or the shin. And as you pull left knee in, roll the shoulders down, tuck the chin, take your right forearm to the right inner thigh and gently press away. So it's a pull and a push, tailbone down, chin tight. Softening with each exhale.
active. Push, pull. Now soften the hands, release them, plant the left foot. And then take your right leg a little bit further, just crossing at the leg. Some of you might be able to get that right toe wrapped around the calf. And then push your hips a little to the right. Roll your left shoulder out from underneath you to the left. Take your arms out to a T, palms down. Gently let your knees fall to the left without lifting that right shoulder, so knees may or may not touch. Left hand can be a nice little anchor, but keep pressing through that right shoulder as you turn and gaze over the right hand. And then come back through center. Plant the feet, realign hips, lift up. Press into the head, lift the shoulders, realign, shoulders down the back. All right, take left leg, crisscross it, left hand through the hole this time. Grab the hamstring of the shin, and it's the same thing, pulling straight down, but taking left forearm to inner thigh, press away, hips to the mat, shoulders down. Push and pull, chin in, shoulders down. All right, our last exercise together, you guys. Go ahead, plant the right foot, find that spinal twist, move hips a little left. Take what you did on the other side with the legs, arms to a T, palms down, left shoulder rooted this time. Right knees gently fall with gravity, maybe a little anchoring with that right hand, gaze to the left. Gently roll back through center. Plant both feet down, lift hips, realign. Press into the head, lift the shoulders, realign, and drag them down the back. Extend the legs, and then extend the arms wide out, palms up. So it's up to you now at the end of your practice. If you have more time and you feel like you need more movement, listen to your body for a moment and do what suits you. Something safe. Otherwise, just settling into your final Shavasana, taking as much time as you have. I will end here with you all, so if you have more time to just relax, I highly encourage it. It's Saturday afternoon. Thank you all so much for letting me lead you through this practice. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.